Welcome to NetAtlantic's Email Automation Web Demo. We're going to show you the benefits and typical use of a strong automated email campaign with NetAtlantic. Lead generation, customer engagement, market reach. Marketing today relies on these concepts to drive awareness and turn it into revenue. We call this concept total engagement. It means your customers are never out of your brand's reach, no matter what technology they are using. While Web 2.0 tools have allowed marketers to go beyond postcards, brochures, and websites to produce daily blogs, online videos, and relentless tweets, one tactic is still central to any online strategy: email. Once regarded as a necessary evil, email marketing has gained credibility and become even more essential. Marketers today are far more sophisticated about email. The word blast and the one-shot, high-volume practice it describes is outdated, replaced by terms like engagement marketing, lead nurturing, dedicated email servers, email segmentation, and automated email marketing. Used well, these concepts help marketers create the immersive customer experience that holds a robust Web 2.0 strategy together. NetAtlantic's email automation tools allow you to create this experience for your customer and give you total engagement with your customer's needs and interests. Here's how email automation works. Let's say your goal for a campaign is to increase customer retention by 10%. Automation can help you reach that goal. When a person responds to one of your campaigns, this is called an action. In this case, the person becomes a new lead. The next item is a segment. You might create this segment based on demographic or company information, such as size of the company, total budget, annual revenues, industry, or region. The choices are endless. For this example, we will use annual revenues of $10 million a year. Companies that sell less than that will go into the automated campaign, where the first action will be to send them a welcome email. You set this according to your own marketing strategy. Companies with more than $10 million in annual revenue will become manual sales leads. This takes them out of the automated process and cues them to be contacted by a sales executive. Now comes the first trigger. Unlike a segment, which is based on fixed data, it is based on the email recipient's behavior once they receive the email. The first sub-goal is to raise click-throughs by 25%. This link will confirm the recipient's account, letting you know they exist and are ready to engage. The next option for users is to open the email to read it. This means they've not just read it in the preview window, but actually clicked to read or print the email. The next option is to leave the email unopened. There may be several reasons for this, and they're not personal. They're just busy, unavailable, or uninterested in what you have to say at this moment. Other options would be bounces, unsubscribes, or forwards. You can deal with every one of these actions differently, or in the same way. In this example, only the click-through matters, so readers who clicked the link in the email will become qualified sales leads, which is another internal goal to improve qualified leads by 25%. Everybody else will receive another email about an upcoming white paper. This process, with its internal goals, is completely controllable by the email marketing manager. The result is that automation can help you reach your goal of improving customer retention by 10%. Let's see what triggers look like when using NetAtlantic's email marketing suite. Triggers go hand in hand with segmentation, because while they define follow-up actions for a sent email, they also define dynamic segments of your list members. Let's go to the Segments menu. Here are all of the segments we've already created, with their names and descriptions of what they are, such as people in California or who asked about dedicated email servers. To create a new one, click the button on the upper right called Create New Triggered Segment. But let's go to one of the segments we've already created. This is where you can insert a clause or a trigger to help you define the dynamic segment. A clause is descriptive. For instance, is the person a marketing director, or is their company bigger than 500 employees? We go over clauses in our online demonstration about segmentation, which we recommend viewing at netatlantic.com/customerservice/demos. Let's click Insert Trigger. Here you see the 7 tabs showing the types of triggers available. Date triggers are based on the date your customer downloaded a web asset or met you at an event. Action triggers are based on opens, web visits, purchases, and other events you define. Click-throughs are specific clicks on links you've created for your emails. Clickstream follows your lead to any page they visit after reading your email, and purchase is where you can set guidelines for purchase amount or quantity. Interest tracks your lead's behavior according to interest actions you create. Survey tracks leads who fill out your surveys. Let's create an action trigger based on clicking any link in an email, and then we will click Insert at the lower right. To see triggers in action, let's go to the Mailings menu and select Advanced Mailings, Triggered Mailings, New Triggered Mailing Wizard, which is the easiest way to create a triggered mailing. Here you'll see where you can name your mailing, select the trigger it's based on, and set the timing for a follow-up email. Let's choose the trigger we selected already, New Leads, and set an email to follow it by 1 hour. And then we name our new trigger. And select OK. And then let's add it to the list of triggered mailings. This is different from large volume mailing, because an email will only go to each recipient who meets the criteria. It will also go only once, while a more complex automated campaign sends regular emails to a person many times during a campaign. For that, we use sequential mailings. Sequential mailings are for campaigns that repeat or send additional emails after an action. The point is to continuously remind people about the value of doing business with your company. Let's say your goal is to improve profitability by 20%. When a person joins your company's queue and becomes a new lead, the fixed segment you set decides what to do next. The lead's company may have fewer than 500 employees, or more. If it is fewer, you send the first welcome email. If it is more, you might put this lead into the manual sales category. A qualified lead is removed from the automated campaign. For the leads that receive the welcome email, you may want to improve click-throughs by 40% over the last campaign. Depending on the importance of the click-through, you might qualify the lead, removing them from the campaign, and you can set a 25% improvement goal for this step as well. If they only open the email or do nothing, this is where you add a sequence delay. Say 3 days. You can also control the delay to make sure the email does not send on a weekend. After 3 days, the user will receive another email about your white paper. With this second campaign email, the cycle starts again. This time, you want 25% more white paper downloads over the last campaign. If they click, you can qualify the lead. And if they don't, put in another delay for 7 days and send an invitation to a webinar. Because the automated campaign runs while your sales executives focus on bigger deals, a reasonable goal is to improve productivity by 50% or more. This may translate directly into the 20% higher profitability goal you've already set. You get the idea about how complex automation can become. Let's see what triggers look like in the email marketing suite. Go to the Mailings menu and select Advanced Mailings, and then Sequential Mailings, and the new Sequential Mailing Wizard. This looks much like the Triggered Mailings Wizard, except that you can select several different emails to follow an action. You might name them differently, sequentially, and you can delay them by 1 hour after the original action, 3 days after the original action, 7 days after the original action, and finally 14 days after the original action. Sequential campaigns are very useful because a person sometimes has to receive your emails more than once or twice before they respond. It increases the number of times you reach out to your contact database without any manual effort by the sales team. Let's put it all together. Through a combination of triggered and sequential emails, you can create a very complex campaign that streamlines your sales efforts, helps qualify more leads, and increases productivity and profitability for your organization. Let's say you want to increase your revenues by 25% through an automated email campaign. Start with an action, like a web demo that brings you 50% more members and re-engages your existing members. Based on the first segment, you send your new leads a welcome email, and your existing leads will get a survey. For the welcome email, you want increased click-throughs. For the survey, you want to increase purchases. The click-throughs become new qualified leads, increased by 25%. The rest will wait for a period of 3 days or 7 days before getting the next email, an invitation to a webinar. The goal is to send more follow-up emails than you would without automation, increasing engagement. For the people who took your survey and are ready to buy, by all means make the sale, and send a white paper invitation to the people who asked for more info. If they're not interested at this time, put in a delay of 14 days and send the white paper invitation to them. For the people who receive the webinar invitation, you want to increase registrations. And for the people who receive the white paper email, you want to see an increase in downloads. Because of the smaller amount of effort, even a flat response is an improvement in productivity. But automation guarantees that nobody falls through the cracks, raising the likelihood of a better response. Your registered webinar members may become qualified leads, while everybody else gets a reminder 7 days later. You can do the same for people who download your white paper. The goal is to show more qualified activity for limited effort, raising productivity. The result for your organization is increased leads, leading to increased return on your marketing investment and increased revenues. The most important thing to realize about NetAtlantic's automated email capabilities is that list members can usually figure out if you are using a triggered email campaign. Clues like an email marketing service provider's logo at the bottom and an impersonal message tell them that it isn't really Bob from sales emailing them, but a server. This can negate the productivity benefits of using automation, and this is why NetAtlantic offers you a truly customizable email message platform. You can use numerous personalization features such as auto-filled merge fields, anniversary and birthday triggers, and behavioral and survey-based segmentation. These powerful tools help you to make your email messages match the needs and interests of your readers, improving your lead generation, customer engagement, and your market reach. It's total engagement, driven by automated emails with NetAtlantic. For more information on our automated email capabilities, please email sales@netatlantic.com or call us at 877-263-8285. Also, view our data sheet on automated email campaigns at netatlantic.com/customer-service/resources/datasheets. Thank you.